Hey everybody, it's Shane. How you doing? I want to talk today a little bit about long-term rentals. So, long-term rentals means a lot of different things. You know, it's anywhere from a single-family home to small multifamily, which is 1 to 4 units, or anything that's 5 units or more is considered large multifamily. And the distinction there is important because it affects your financing. 1 to 4 units, you can get a single family home, a duplex, triplex, quadplex with traditional residential financing. Anything that's 5 units or more, you have to get a commercial loan to get that. And the terms are different, the way that you crunch the numbers, everything's completely different. So there's a big difference there. But I want to talk about just long-term rentals in general. So right now, interest rates have come down a little bit, but they juiced right back up where they were. They're around the 7s, and investment loans, you end up paying about a point higher for an investment loan, and business loans as well. So it's kind of tough to find a deal that pencils, and it's very tough to find a deal on a single family home, at least in the Midwest right now, that actually can make some money without a large down payment. Obviously you can make anything cash flow if you put enough money into it up front. So if you're buying a $150,000 single family home and you put $100,000 in it, obviously that's going to cash flow because you just dropped $100,000 into it. But who wants to tie up that much capital into a single family home that, it'll appreciate over years, and it helps a little bit with the taxes and things like that. But, it also comes with headaches. You have to maintain it. You have to keep up with the tenants. When tenants leave, you have to get new ones in there. It is tough. And the thing with a single family home is, as long as somebody's in there, a good tenant, you're good. But as soon as that tenant leaves, you're not making any money. And depending on the market, it might be difficult to find someone to replace a tenant when they leave, in the exact month that they leave. So you're going to have some dead months, and that makes it tough. Somebody's got to pay that mortgage. So I prefer multifamily, and especially if you're getting into real estate, small multifamily is the way to go. Particularly for me, triplexes and fourplexes seem like the safest bet. The duplexes also, it's kind of hard to make a duplex, at least in the Midwest right now, to make it pencil. But triplexes and fourplexes, they're a lot easier to get into. If one, you get the residential loan, so if you wanted to, you can house hack. If you don't mind living in an apartment, you can go into a fourplex. You can live in one of the units, you can rent out the other ones, and by house hacking, you get the really small down payment. You can get an FHA loan, you can put 5% down, get in there, renovate your unit, while you have other people in the other units, and then when somebody leaves, you move to that unit, you renovate it, and you just jump through all 4 units. As long as you stay in that property for a year, then you can finance out of it and go to the next one, and you've increased the value of that property. If you've renovated each of the units, and I'm not talking about large scale renovation because that's not what I do, but you can go into an apartment, you can redo the bathroom, you can fix all the holes in the wall, you can maybe put down some LVP, get that nasty old carpet out, things like that, clean it up really well, paint everything, put something in there that gives a little bit of pop on the apartment listing platforms, and you have increased the amount of rent that you can draw. So if you go through 4 units, say each of the 4 units were, when you picked up that place, were renting for $600. It does not take a lot of renovation, depending on the market, to take an apartment from $600 to $800 or $900. You don't have to have a lot of capital infusion. You're not completely ripping out cabinets. You can refinish the cabinets yourself, sand them down, paint them. Take those old brown cabinets that nobody likes anymore. Everybody likes these clean white cabinets, and just redo them yourself. It's not crazy. Take that linoleum out, that old faded linoleum in the kitchen, and put down some LVP. And if you're not real handy, I'm sure you can find somebody that can help you. YouTube University, it will help you do everything you need to do. That's what I've always done. Just go online, find a video, figure it out. It doesn't have to be perfect. 99% of people won't notice the things that you notice because you did it. So get into a fourplex, go from apartment to apartment, fixing the thing up over a year's time, and refinance out of it. Say you bought one of those for $300,000, and each one of them is bringing in $600, $700 a month. And when you leave that place, it's bringing in $9,000 or $1,000 a month. You have just increased the cash flow of that place. And yeah, the cash flow doesn't necessarily translate to a higher valuation when you go to refinance or to sell, but every investor that's going to look at that place is going to be looking at how much the rents are and does it pencil for them. It's not rocket science. Anybody can do this. If you have the gumption and the drive to get in there and be a little uncomfortable, to take that chance to put some money down on your future and then be willing to work at it for a year. I don't care who you are. You can make money in real estate. You can build something regardless of the interest rates that can last and be a future for your family. Get some tenants in there, get them paying the mortgage and money back into your pocket and enough money in the account that covers all the expenses, capital expenditures like what they call CapEx, which is, say, a furnace goes out or an AC unit or a water heater, things like that, to where it's still paying for itself, but also paying the mortgage down and giving you a couple $100 a month, and move on to the next one. And you do that for 5 years. Your life is changed after that 5 years. So not only has that first place, the first property, they've been paying down the mortgage for 5 years. Whatever your rate is now, if they go down, you can refinance after a couple of years. You can find the opportune times to do these things. But at the end of the day, you have property that's appreciating. You have property that tenants are paying down. You have property that is bringing cash into your pocket. And you have enough depreciation on all those things that the cash that does come in, you're not paying a dime of taxes on. It doesn't make sense why people aren't doing this. And I tell you what it is, it's fear. Fear is what's keeping people from doing this. You have to have a strong stomach and you have to believe in yourself to be able to do this. But if you do, the sky's the limit. So just make it happen, guys. Just figure it out. Listen to podcasts, learn about things, ask me questions. Get on these, like and follow these videos, put some comments in there, ask me a question, I'll answer your questions. Just do it. All right. Peace.